Hello there, I'm Daniel O'Connor. Today I want to talk to you about another frequently asked question in my program, and that is, what do I have to have a patent in order to make my project work? And I can tell you it's not really a requirement. It is important that you have a sustainable competitive advantage and you're able to retain that or restrict it to just yourself. We do that in a lot of ways, but not necessarily only patents. Patents don't keep your project going or make your project valuable. In fact, there can be a liability because you've got money owing on that for the next 5 years. More important than that, they give you an opportunity to extend the sale value of your project if you're going to license it in the near future. But let me go through this. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how that works. So I have a client, an engineering firm. It's a boutique engineering firm involved in engineering construction. And they do a lot of design work for major multi-storey buildings and with a lot of substructures, basements. And they developed a way to make those basements a lot cheaper. They could build them downwards while the building's going up at the same time. They were able to save 5 to 7 months on a 50-storey building, but more importantly, they were able to shave costs by 20%. And that meant they were shaving costs on up to 50% of the substructure itself. So what we did is we said, and this is just technology brought in from Europe, but we perfected a few extra interesting ways around this to make it patentable, and we did get 2 patents on this. But before we applied for those patents, we built the business model, and that's the most important thing. We knew that the business model was to be able to save a substantial amount of money in a handover of the building to the owner. And it doesn't mean to say that the other builder's going to be all that happy about it, because he's going to lose his percentage of what the build cost is. So what we looked for is, instead of saying, here's some engineering that will make the building cheaper, and instead of charging $100 million for this building, you're going to deliver it for $80 million, and you're going to therefore get 20% less fees. We put it a different way. Firstly, we put it to the owners and the developers, not the builders or the architects. They have a vested interest in not seeing a saving like this. The builders and the developers immediately drove the program. But then we enhanced that by adding into our business model the opportunity for that design engineering firm to build a substructure construction company. And that's what we did. We brought the right people in, we coordinated it all, and now we subcontract to the builders for a substructure. So the builder can say, it's $100 million for a building, $20 million will be for the substructure, and we'll give it to those company and they'll get it done. Because most builders these days, certainly the prime contractors, don't do the work. They subcontract it out to everyone. So they're just as happy to subcontract it out to somebody who has a way of doing it cheaper. It's not affecting their bottom line at all. And it could make them more competitive to get more deals. So the whole system worked, and within, we were able to do this in about 12 to 14 months, and we're able to now have quotes out there for nearly $400 million worth of work. So quite substantial, but they had a track record. The first proof of concept was done on a shopping mall here in Australia, and in that, the original quote on that was $112 million. We were able to build that for $78 million 5 months early, which means they also got in the Christmas rush. So shop owners were able to locate and be trading before Christmas last year. So that's quite a substantial proof of concept for them. Now, here's what you can learn from that. If you do this right, you don't have to worry about having a patent in place before you start. In fact, all you need is the business model, and we help you with that. The journey takes you from an idea to a concept, to a project or product, to a project, to a company, and then on to scaled to a corporation. And then we usually have an exit after that. So what you need to do is work out where you are and how you can use help. And why help is important is because if you do this right, you can take the 10 years it would take you to otherwise do what I'm talking about here in 14 months. If you can do that, you're banking nearly 9 years worth of income at a very substantial rate that you are otherwise going to miss out on. Coupled with the fact that there are other companies that may be able to step into that industry and fill the void before you get there. Other substitutes might be able to do what it is you want to do. You're better off accelerating what you've got, and that's what we do. In my program, Accelerate IP, we're able to take a group of people and reduce their costs by sharing the workload and working as one cohesive team, and we drive your project from where it is today to where it needs to be to cash flow positive and then ready to scale in 12 months. And that's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for companies that we can do that with. Might be you, might not be. But if If you want me to find out, you can log in, click the link below, and I'll do a free assessment for you. We do a 30-minute strategy call where I work out whether or not I can help you, or whether you can be part of my program and accelerate what you've got from 10 years, bring it down to 12 months. Thanks for watching.